Here's a couple things to think about as you plan your corn herbicide program for 2025. Weeds in your cornfield compete with the crop for sunlight, water, and nutrients. Young corn plants don't like competitive pressure and will adjust their growth to reduce their output or their yield potential in response to resources being limited. The critical weed-free period is the window when corn plants are most sensitive to competition, and the largest yield losses occur if fields are not kept clean. There are other reasons to control weeds outside of this window, like reducing weed seed banks, but this is the time when weed pressure has the biggest economic impact on your crop. The critical weed-free period varies depending on weed density, what weed species you're dealing with, and available soil moisture, but in Ontario, it's typically around V3 to V8. And that period of time is when corn plants are determining their maximum number of kernel rows per ear. So while a lot of post-emerge herbicides, such as Roundup, are registered up until V8 and are safe to use up until V8, if there's weed pressure in the field and you're waiting that long to spray, you've already lost yield potential. It's much more important to have a clean field at the beginning of the season during that critical weed-free period than at the end of the season. Here's a couple of herbicides that Bayer offers. Corvus is our early season option that can be applied pre-plant, pre-emerge, or early post-emerge up to 2-leaf corn. If you're familiar with Converge XT at all, if you used it in the past, Corvus has the same group 27, and it also has the addition of a group 2, which gives it some impressive residual activity on grasses. It comes in a nice small jug, it's super easy to use, and with lots of tank mix options depending on what weed species you're after. I like to add atrazine to Corvus because of the synergy you get with the group 27. This tank mix with Roundup will give you season-long control. Laudis is our in-crop option that can be applied from 2 to 8 leaf. Similar to Corvus, it comes in a small jug and has lots of tank mix flexibility. Laudis's specialty is rapid takedown, which is key during that critical weed-free period. And it's awesome on water hemp. Laudis is super crop safe, and it offers a really flexible recropping interval compared to a lot of group 27 herbicides. And it can be used on sweet corn. No matter which strategy or which product you choose, it's important to be proactive and have a plan ahead of the season to make sure you're protecting as much yield potential as possible by not missing that critical weed-free period.